What was cool for me working with David was watching someone master the action and knowing where to put the camera and seeing the movie edited in his mind as we're going, and then also the care to detail of the actors and the performances and the character construction.
Yo, Josh, this movie hits, man. You guys started 2024 off with a bang. The Beekeeper's the epitome of popcorn action movie, and it feels like a throwback to films like Dirty Harry. This role is very different than anything you've done before, and you played Derek brilliantly. Can you discuss getting into the headspace of Derek and tapping into another side of yourself to portray a character like this? Because this had to be a ton of fun for you.
It was so much fun, man. It's it's been one of the bigger joys that I've gotten to have in a long time of playing a character. I mean, this guy is just so unhinged and out there and out of his mind. As an actor, when you have a character that's that wild, if you do the work of constructing him in a truthful way and finding what really makes him tick, you have freedom to kind of just throw caution to the wind and just go for it. And David Ayer, our director, really gave me the space and the support to really go for it. It was so much fun. I absolutely loved it.
Now, you had the chance to share the screen with the legendary Jeremy Irons. He's fantastic in this film, too. Can you talk about Derek's relationship with Jeremy's character, Wallace Westwild, and your experience working with Jeremy on The Beekeeper?
Westwild is basically Derek's minion, right-hand man, kind of like Derek gets to boss him around and treats him like trash the entire time and makes him do his dirty work. And for me, like going into it knowing that I was going to be treating Jeremy Irons that way was really exciting, you know, to take an actor that's so respected and with the gravitas and everything and just be a little punk brat to him the whole time. It was great. And he's a dream to work with. Super funny, really laid back, really nice, and you know, he loves the improv stuff as well. I was definitely nervous in some moments of like throwing some stuff pretty hard at him. But yeah, he took it well.
If the film is the queen and the production and the rest of you guys, the hive, David Ayer has to be the Beekeeper. Can you talk about working with David on this film? Because his directing style, I mean, his action is incredible in this. Yeah. So can you talk about working with him as a collaborator on this film?
David's extremely collaborative across the board with all the departments and everything. He has a very clear vision of how he wants to execute things, and he's an amazing, amazing leader. But what was cool for me working with David was watching someone master the action and knowing where to put the camera and seeing the movie edited in his mind as we're going, and then also the care to detail of the actors and the performances and the character construction. It's very cool to see somebody that really can do all of that. And the movie needed it because I think without the great action, the movie doesn't work, and without the story and the characters, it doesn't work. So he pulled it all together.
You recently hit it out of the park with Five Nights at Freddy's, and you recently said they're working on a sequel. I loved Five Nights at Freddy's. It was incredible. What do you want to see from Mike's story next?
You know, I think we kind of tap into the world a bit with him playing with the dream world and the reality. So I have a feeling that he's going to dive deeper into that to try to get some more answers about his brother's disappearance, maybe even try to find a way to leap between the dream world and the reality world. I feel like that could be a place it goes to. But honestly, the lore of the games are so dense and there's so much material there that they can take this thing a million different directions. I think that's what they're trying to figure out now is, you know, they have so many potential to doorways to walk through. I think they're kind of figuring all that stuff out right now.
The Ballad of Songbird and Snakes has reawakened this love of Hunger Games and the franchise. Would you want to revisit Peeta and Katniss's story on screen?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I think getting me and Jen and Liam and Woody and Elizabeth, if we get the whole gang back together, I'm in 100%.
Last question I have for you, Josh. What is your favorite Jason Statham movie besides The Beekeeper?
I was going to say The Beekeeper. Well, you took that answer from me. I love The Transporters. Those are great, man. And that, like, I especially when I was a bit younger, I loved cars and all that stuff. And he's just so badass in that. Like, he's great. He's great in everything, though. And it's like he's a guy that he does the impossible and you believe that it's possible. So it's always fun to watch him.
Well, look, Josh, I had so much fun with The Beekeeper. I want a sequel. I want a prequel. I want to get more of this world. Oh, cool. I think it's so much fun. It's incredible. Thank you so much for your time. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, man.